Okay, we're logged in and we want to get to our classes. So we click on these 3 lines. That brings us to the menu. So I click right there. And there are 2 main things we'll use in this menu. We'll be clicking on courses, and then groups is for extracurriculars, sports teams, and things like that. We won't be using grades because we don't store the final grades in Schoology. In fact, stuff that you see in Schoology may have grades that are still in progress. If you want to see your final grades, always go to PowerSchool. But right now, let's click on courses. You will have a bigger list, but let's go ahead and click on iPad orientation. When we reach the page for the class, there are 3 main sections. There's the menu bar over here. Again, we won't use grades. Members shows you who's in the class, but materials is really what we'll be using. In the middle of the screen, we have the course content, and over here we have little reminders about upcoming assignments. So if we click this upcoming tab right there, then we expand this window and we see, hey, there's one assignment due on the 13th. We could click in by clicking right here, or we're going to explore these folders instead. So let me click upcoming again to make that collapse. Let's click on the PowerSchool and Schoology folder. Now we can see the contents. There are videos. We'll click right here on tasks. And you can see the tasks that we will be completing for this portion of the session. To get back, hit this left arrow. Okay, now we're going to click into the Submitting Assignments folder, and I'll walk you through how this works. Click on Selfie Sample Assignment. This takes us to the Info tab on the left. If there were files attached, we'd see those here. We have instructions, the due date, but we haven't actually submitted anything. To do that, click over on the Submissions tab. Okay, I've already submitted this a couple times, but you won't see anything here. To create a new submission, click the plus in the top right corner. And for this, we'll be clicking on Submit Photo or Video. Now, you don't need to take the photo just yet. We'll give you time in a moment to do that. But once you've taken a photo, once you've followed these procedures, you will click on All Photos. It might, before you see the screen, it will probably ask you for permission to access your camera roll, and you want to say yes, allow that the access. Then click on All Photos and choose the picture that you want to submit. It could be a selfie, it can be a photo of an inanimate object, whatever you want. So I'll choose this one over here. And I know it's selected because of that green, the blue check mark in the corner. Now hit the green check mark and hit it once more, and it uploads the file. It's always a good idea to make sure your file was uploaded correctly. So what I recommend is click right here on the photo, and now it'll load that picture to show you, yes, my computer monitor, that's what I'm looking at. The photo did upload correctly. It's kind of an infinite mirror thing happening here. Click on the back arrow, the left arrow, to go back. And let's click that one more time. Teachers, at this point you can pause the video, give students time to click into Selfie Sample Assignment, read the instructions to themselves, and then they can take photos and upload them to Schoology. Okay, we're back. We're ready for discussion boards. Click down here on the Discussion Boards folder, and we'll see what's in that folder. All right, we've got a little iPad discussion board. Click on the iPad 101 discussion board. Whoops. So we have the prompt here. What are you most excited about for the upcoming school year? Here's the title. We've got the due date. And now I want you to click over on Discussion to create a new post. So we will click this plus once more to create a new post. If you want, you could attach files by clicking here, but instead we will simply type out what we're most excited for. I'm most excited for physics. And then we check the box in the top right corner, click the check mark rather. And my comment has been added. I can like this, if you've got the capability, I can hit reply here. And this allows me to say, me too. And then I hit the check in the top right corner, and we are done with the discussion board. So hit the back arrow to get out. And teachers, at this time, you can pause the video and give students time to post to the discussion board. We are back. All right, final thing is this practice quiz. So click right here where it says practice quiz. It's always good to read the instructions because sometimes teachers allow multiple attempts. Sometimes they only let you get in once. And if you exit the quiz, it may not let you back in. It depends on what settings the teacher has used. So in many cases, if you're taking a quiz in class, if you exit out of the app, then you will not be able to get back into the quiz after exiting. If you switch to another app, again, it locks you out of the quiz. Okay, let's hit start new attempt. There are some questions. You can I'm making random choices here. You can fill this in. You can answer all the questions. When it comes to question 4, the ordering question, you click on these arrows, these blue arrows, to click and drag, and then you can move things up and down to sort them in the correct order, whatever you think that might be. Continuing on, whoops. If you click and drag right here, it'll scroll within the question. If you click right here, so instead I want to click up here perhaps. Question 5 is a it's a matching question, so you would click right here beside the 1 and then type in, oh, that's B or whatever it might be. And I'm just going to do these randomly. A, I have no idea what I'm typing. C, D, and you see over on the side how you've connected the questions with the answers. But be careful, there are more answers here than there are questions. This is a free form kind of short answer question. So you can type anything you want. It's not a fill in the blank. It's something the teacher grades separately. I didn't even read the questions. Okay, we click on review answers. And we can see the answers, the responses we've made. And then to finish, we click submit. I'm not going to do that now because as soon as I submit, as soon as I hit yes, it'll show the correct answers, and I don't want to show that. I don't want to reveal it too early. So let me hit the back arrow instead, right here. Or you can hit the back button. Let me hit back at the top here. Okay. The final thing I want to show is how to access your old quiz attempts. Click back into the practice quiz once more. And then, instead of looking inside of test quiz, don't click there. Instead, click on my submissions. And now I can see my prior attempts. You may even have the option to click in and view the answers you originally gave for each attempt. This is a great way to learn right before a test. If you have old quizzes and you go back and see what you said wrong, you can focus on the things where you're weaker. Okay, let's hit the back arrow at the top. And that's it. We are done. If we're finished with the folder, we can click on it at the top, and everything collapses back in. Thanks for watching. That's it for Schoology and PowerSchool.